Today, we're breaking down a really powerful blueprint for understanding the human mind. Seriously, if you've ever found yourself just wondering why people do the things they do, this framework, well, it's going to change how you see everything.
I mean, it's the ultimate question, isn't it? Why we fall in love, why we get irrationally angry in traffic, why we can remember a song from 20 years ago but forget why we walked into a room. It's the core of what makes us human. And look, trying to figure it all out can feel like you're lost in a maze with no map. It's just so much. But the framework we're diving into today, it's exactly that. A map, a blueprint to help make sense of all that beautiful human complexity.
Okay, so let's lay the foundation. This blueprint is our guide. It's going to help us organize pretty much everything we know about psychology into a structure that actually makes sense.
And here it is, the core of the whole thing. See right there in the middle? Behavior. Everything, and I mean everything, revolves around that. And to understand it, we use these three key elements: content, contexts, and concepts. Just think of it as the what, the where, and the how of psychology. First up, you've got content. This is the what we study. It's basically the giant library of psychology, all the specific theories, the fascinating research studies, you name it. Stuff like theories of memory or studies on social identity. This is all the raw material. Next, we have contexts, and this is the where. It's the real world, the actual situations where all that content comes to life. We're talking about our relationships, our health, how we develop and grow. This is what makes psychology matter to you and me in our actual lives. And finally, we have what I think is the most powerful part of this whole blueprint: concepts. This is the how. These are the big ideas, the mental tools that help us connect all the dots. They're what allow us to think critically and analyze behavior on a much, much deeper level. All right, now let's zoom back in on that content part of our blueprint. It turns out we can look at any behavior through three very different but totally interconnected lenses. And here they are, the three heavy hitters in modern psychology: the biological approach, the cognitive approach, and the sociocultural approach. Each one gives us a unique angle on why we do what we do. Okay, I love this slide because it just lays it out so clearly. Think of it like this. The biological lens looks at the hardware: our brain, our genes, all the chemicals flying around. The cognitive lens looks at the software: our mind, our memories, our thought processes. And the sociocultural lens, that explores the network, how our friends, family, and culture shape who we are. Hardware, software, network. Simple, right? All right, remember those super powerful concepts we talked about? Well, this is where it gets really fun. We're about to open up a toolkit with 6 essential thinking tools that will let you analyze pretty much any behavior like a real psychologist. Here it is, your 6-concept toolkit. These are designed to help you think critically about all the big questions in psychology today. So let's grab the first tool and see how it works. First tool in the kit: bias. Now, this isn't just about making a random mistake. Bias is a systematic error, a consistent leaning that pulls us away from the truth. You've probably heard of confirmation bias, right? That's where we only look for info that proves what we already think. It affects all of us, from researchers in a lab to you and me scrolling through our phones. Tool number 2 is causality. Oh man, this is a big one. It's so easy to say A causes B, but in psychology, it's almost never that simple. Behavior is what's called multi-determined, meaning dozens of things could be playing a role at once. This tool forces us to ask, okay, does this thing really cause that thing, or are they just connected somehow? Huge difference. Okay, our third tool is perspective, and this one ties right back to those 3 lenses we just talked about. This tool is a constant reminder that no single approach, not biological, not cognitive, not sociocultural, has all the answers. The real holistic understanding only happens when you combine them. Number 4 in our toolkit is measurement. Think about it. Everything we claim to know in psychology is because someone somewhere figured out how to measure it. But how do you objectively measure something like happiness or creativity? It's tricky, right? The quality of our knowledge is completely dependent on the quality of our measurement. Tool number 5 is change, and psychology looks at this in 2 main ways. You've got natural change, like how a child's thinking develops as they grow up. And then you have purposeful change, which is the whole point of things like therapy or education, trying to make a change happen on purpose. And our final tool is responsibility. This one is absolutely crucial. It's the ethical heart of the whole field. Psychologists have a responsibility to protect the people in their studies from harm and to make sure their findings are used in an ethical way. It's a massive deal. So, we have our blueprint. We have our 6-concept toolkit. Now what? How do we actually put all of this together and start thinking like a psychologist? Let's walk through it. And it's actually a really simple process. Step 1, just notice a behavior. Any behavior. Step 2, try to look at it through those 3 different lenses. What's happening biologically, cognitively, socioculturally. And then, step 3, break out your toolkit. Ask those critical questions. Is there bias at play here? What's really causing this? How could you even measure it? In the end, it all comes back to this one powerful idea. The best, the most complete, the most holistic understanding of why we do what we do only happens when we put all the pieces together. So, now you have the blueprint. You've got the toolkit. It's all yours. The only question left is, what are you going to look at first? What piece of this wild human experience do you want to understand on a whole new level?